Nina Drama, every incel's favorite MMA personality, is absolutely horrible for the UFC and slowly killing the promotion. I'm sure just this title alone is going to get some people fired up and, oh, bro, what do you mean? Her interviews are so funny. She's the best thing ever. Listen, bro, she's not going to let you hit, and objectively, no, her content's not funny. But I got some points laid out here, and I'm going to tell you why exactly it is that this title holds up to be true. But first off, we got Volkanovski probably fighting after I release this video at some point. I'm pulling for you, Volk. I'm going to need you to pull this one out of the fire. I think he's going to get it done against Lopez, but you never know. Puncher's chance is always a thing. But I'm really pulling for Volk, and I think you really can get it done. And he'll break the 35 curse in the lower divisions. But that out of the way, let me get into my points. Number one, Nina Drama is just using the UFC as a stepping stool. If you look at any of her content, bro, it's so painfully obvious what she's trying to do. She's just trying to flash her jugs, and kid you not, she's just trying to, like that video of Bruce Buffer doing his announcement. She's sitting there, like, bro, get out of here. She is such an attention junkie, and I guess everyone is to an extent, but dude, the way she dresses, it just makes it clear as day what her intention is. And also, it's a little disgusting that the UFC is pushing this so hard, as they are one of the biggest male sports probably in the US right now. And let's be honest, not everyone watching the UFC is 18 and up. So they're pushing some of this weird stuff to minors, which is a little odd. And I know that's not the direct intention, but that's part of the damage that's dealt when you have someone like Nina trying to entertain and build up fights for your promotion. That's part of the collateral. And you already know a lot of men struggle with certain addictions today, but for whatever reason the UFC wants to keep feeding them. And knowing this is a majority men's sport, I don't know, it's a little weird. I don't know where Nina Drama even came from, how Dana White found her. She probably had like some blackmail on him or something, and she's like, if you don't let me work in the UFC and be on the cover of everything you do, then I'm gonna expose X, Y, or Z to the public. I'm dead serious. Like, where did she come from, and why is she like all over the place, getting shoved down our throats? Pause. Next, she gives the UFC an excuse for lazy promotion. If you look at the UFC promotion back then versus as it is now, it's night and day. I mean, look at the McGregor-Aldo trailer, dude. That was so cool. Or like the Cormier-Jones sit-down interview. They used to actually do cool stuff, like stuff boxing did. And now for their promotion, they're having Nina Drama asking UFC fighters, what's your top 5 favorite? It's anything. These interviews are anything. And a lot of the criticism, bro, just block her, bro, just unfollow her. Buddy, she's posted on the UFC account. What do you want me to unfollow the UFC account? I mean, I could, but that's like my favorite sport. So in order to not see this woman, this thirst-trapping, attention-seeking woman, I have to block my favorite sports page on Instagram. That doesn't seem very right, does it? So I don't think that's a very fair criticism, or that it even holds much weight. I don't follow her, trust me, but it's the UFC posting her that's the problem. But they really have all their fighters like go do a workout with this girl. Armin Saryukian's doing twists and twirls, but apparently his back's all thrown out. Somehow he can spin around for the huzz though. I don't get it, dude. And then she's like trying to do these kicks or like work out with these dudes. Bro, give me a break. I'm telling you right now, she's the reason Alex Pereira lost to Magomed Ankalaev. He was hanging around that dummy too much. They were making too many skits, and he lost his focus. You know how much aura Alex Pereira used to have when he first got in the UFC? His aura was unreal. Like, he was a dude that would walk into a room and everyone's breath. He could walk into a room and everyone would like, he could walk into a room and everyone would just stop talking in his presence. Now, dude, when he walks into a room, it's handshakes, high fives, smiles. No, it's a good thing he opened up a little bit, but I'm saying, like, he lost so much aura doing all these skits with Nina Drama. He used to be like, dude, I'm telling you, stone hands, stone cold. He was just a killer, bro. Like, you would have thought he was a SEAL Team 6. This dude was cold as ice, and now he's doing the Shama Shuffle with Nina Drama and Planio Cruz. Why is she in his gym when he's trying to train for the biggest title fight of his life against his toughest opponent? Why is she in there dancing around and making content? She's not allowing him to fully lock in. His mind's in all these different places because Nina Drama has to get her little clicks so she can get more attention to her page. She's probably going to screw over the UFC here in 2 years. Like, bro, what? Is this stuff not like, am I the only one that thinks this? Like, her stuff literally distracts the fighters when they're trying to lock in. I can't be the only one that thinks this. It's so pointless. Some of these fighters got like wives, dude, and she's over here wearing her birthday suit pretty much, doing all these acrobatics, and then her boyfriend's filming it on some like Ian Gary stuff. It's disgusting, dude. It's deplorable. Next, we gotta talk about the fact that no one watches these interviews because they're funny. Like, can we just get that out of the way? First of all, the target audience, I think, would be like female, right? Like, hey, girls, understand girls more. Maybe we throw in Nina Drama, get more female attention on the sport, grow WMMA, right? No, they don't watch Nina Drama. The only dudes that watch Nina Drama interviews on their own free will and accord is dudes that, let's just call them Ian Gary, or the type of dudes that watch these are not like just the run-of-the-mill average MMA fans, bro. I'm telling you, these dudes are like really down bad, trying to see some crazy, and they turn on the Nina Drama interview thinking they're gonna see a piece of cake, and half the time they are, more than half the time they are. So it's not even drawing the right kind of crowd for the UFC. It's just getting more of these sick creeps on here, dude. Bro, if a single person saying Nina Drama is funny in the comments, bro, just get out of here. But we got to talk about the biggest problem yet with this whole thing. UFC promotion is stale, and the UFC needs a real solution. I can literally put a picture here that perfectly generalizes every single embedded episode. The UFC does the same thing every fight week without fail. It's embeddeds, countdown, Nina Drama, press conference, live weigh-ins, repeat. When's the last time we got something new? It was the Ilia Topuria Max Holloway interview, which was actually fun to watch. It wasn't even in person. It was a Zoom, a laggy Zoom. We still got moments from that people still talk about to this day. Who's Joe? That's the biggest one from that. But like, why does the UFC hesitate to do these things? Like, build real promotion, get real cool trailers. Like, again, like the McGregor Aldo one, or like the UFC 200 announcement where Brock Lesnar comes out of nowhere. Like, UFC fans would lose their shit over stuff like this nowadays, especially with the new era we're in with all this social media. It would explode if UFC were to make cool trailers, but instead they want to post the same corporate cycle every time. And it's like, I don't know if it's because Nina Drama, I don't think she was the root cause of this. I think personally the root cause was their deal with ESPN. Once they got with ESPN, they went real corporate on us and stopped doing cool stuff. But I'm just saying, people like Nina Drama only add to the problem and further deteriorate the sport and its promotion, making it less interesting to be a fan of and less fun. Like I said before, I'll say it again, John Jones, Daniel Cormier one-on-one interviews are some of the best things I've ever seen. If you just let all these fighters do that, and it doesn't even have to be every fighter, like maybe say they don't have a beef, then make a cool trailer if they don't have like a beef that they could sit down and hash out. But those are two very valid options. If that's too much to ask for from a billion-dollar company, I think it's just time to sell. And if the UFC wants to be put under a new management, I, Scrap MMA, nominate myself to be the new UFC president. I'll be the one that makes the promotion great again. But I'm just so tired of this Nina Drama stuff. I don't know what you guys think. I don't know if I'm tripping here. Can you guys let me know if I'm like skitzing out over here? Because I'm just really. All right, that was just my little rant. I had to get that off my chest. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.